Welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be showing you how to fit an MP Style kit to a G90 M5. This car's brand new out the dealership this morning, and we're doing a full kit with spoiler, splitter, side skirts, diffuser, and then we're also adding exhaust tips and mirrors to it. So let's get started. She's heavy. First things first, I'm going to start on the splitter. So to get started on that, we're going to, well, I'm on my own today. I'm going to take off these screws under here. They're 10 mil, and then we'll take some of these clips out. But I'll bring the splitter over and then I'll sort of line it up. So to show you, to explain which ones of these need to definitely come off. And I'll clean up the surface and we'll get the splitter on. So I'm going to bring this side over. And if you look down here, Jack, you've got to come closer. Oh, what am I doing? I'm in the wrong place. So if we were to slot that over, so that one, that one, that one, that one, boom. So there you go. With this, we're going to take all the 10 mils out along and this one clip back here. Don't know if you can see it, Jack. This clip we're going to take off, and it's just the 10 mil bolts all the way along. So I'll move this to the side so I don't damage it, and I'll do that on both sides and clean it all up. There we go. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws that we're taking out. Just these clips here, making sure we don't damage the paint. I don't damage the paint. Don't know why we're saying we. It's usually 2 or 3 of us doing this. I also notice that I need to stop saying that it's easy, because to some people it's not always as easy as I think it is. Okay, clean up the surface that sticks on here. So use some degreaser, some window cleaner, probably not quick detailer because that has like some ceramics in it sometimes, so you don't want to create any micro layer. My clean microfiber that I put on top. Just run along. Flip it round. Cool. There we go. Let's just make sure it's all dry. That is pretty much ready. It's so nice when it's all brand new, no scratches, no dirt, nothing. Look at the microfiber underneath the car. I need my knife. It's the fun business of peeling all the tape. What? You're probably gonna have to speed this up a bit on the video. Ooh, big bit. Okay. Now, let's get it lined up. So because this slots over in here, it's quite easy to ensure that you put it in the right place. There you go, it lines up at the back, lines up in there. Lovely. Now, we get 4 of the original bolts. Get my tool. So, get these. 1, 2, 3. That's it. There it goes. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws that we're taking out. Okay, now we'll move on. I'll move on to this side. So I just need to slot it in here. And then, so sticky. Okay, that's it. Get my 4 screws. 1, 2. So you'll notice that we are using all of the original screws underneath, so you don't need to mess about or worry about getting any others or having the right screws. All the original stuff here. The only difference between this and when you're fitting a CT design splitter is we do recommend using longer screws on the CT design one, just because it's a thicker bit of carbon than the performance style ones, because the MP ones are single layered, whereas the CT design ones are 2 layers, just so it's stronger in case you do hit anything, because it is more aggressive. So that's those done. I'll just now put the clips in on the side. Again, those original clips, if I can get it. Oh, one. That one's in. Now this side. Cool. There you go. That's the splitter on. So that's all done. Now I'm going to work my way to the sides. So I'm going to do the front, the side skirts, the spoiler, and then the diffuser and the tips. So that was 3 out of 10 hard. Very, very easy. Now, let's put the side skirts to the side so I can show you how they look. Next, moving on to the side skirts around the side of the car. So Jack, follow me. These are just going to be held on with the double-sided tape that comes pre-applied. And we go here. So that basically you want the bottom line lined up with the puddle light, and then you want it flush with the back of the car. So we'll do that. What I will do is get some masking tape to hold it up in place, and I will call my assistant Harry, who's outside, to come and hold it for me. But first, I'll clean up the surface. So let's get that ready with some degreaser. So I did say I'd get some masking tape, but instead I have Harry. So Harry is gonna help me line up the bottom line of the side skirt with the bottom of the puddle light, and then that's how we know we're in the right place. So before Helper Harry helps, I'll peel bits of the tape, just like that, and then I'll get this part here. So we'll completely peel the small bit, and then boom there, just like that. Okay, now carry it over. Harry, need you on this side of the ramp, please. So you need to line it up. If you need to get down pretty much on your knees, and the bottom line of the side skirt needs to be lined up to the bottom line. No, to the bottom line of the puddle light. You see the bottom line of the puddle light? Yeah, that's where the bottom of the side skirt basically goes. Yeah. And I'm just keeping it here. There's room for error. It's fine. Okay, cool. Let's peel the top bit. You hold it whilst yeah. Take that out. That's it, Harry. Hey! That's the top on. Let's do the bottom. Oh. There you go. Thank you very much, Helper Harry. Let's do the other side. Okay, Helper Harry, get the front. So you have to basically know where it's going to be when it actually touches. Yeah. Which is not that easy. There? Yeah. That's it, probably there. All right, let's go. Let's check it. The other side. Oh yeah, this side's higher. Helper Harry. Yeah. So let's go here. So that's the edge. Oh. So there we go. That's where we're going up to, and I'll get another piece. Draw that on this side. Okay, I'll take that over to Helper Harry. I'll make some adjustments. Okay. Oh. Cool. Oh, sorry, stepped on someone's foot. Cool. So, Helper Harry, are you ready? Yeah? You at the bottom of the masking tape? Yeah. Perfect. So now, we peel. There you go. On. So now, we're going to move on to the diffuser. So with this, I know I always say it's quite easy, but it genuinely is. It's a few screws here. So there we go. That one. Here, if I remember correctly, and then this one might be it, but it's not that difficult if we have to put anything back anyway. And then it's pretty much, it's a case of pulling it off. If I can grab onto something. So here, I have to be careful because it's a brand new car, and then the plastic is quite soft that holds onto the bumper here. So I've got that off of the painted part. Oh, it's the plastic rivet. I forgot about the plastic rivet. So there's also a tiny, tiny plastic rivet here that we have to pop out, just like that. So when you're doing this, don't forget to do it. I'll do it on both sides straight away. And then now, whoa. When you're doing this, be careful of the tow eye and be careful of the parking sensors. Start moving it. There we go. Just under there. We'll need some persuasion. Boom. Now with the G90 sensors, they've got these extra brackets back here that I'll show you after, but I'll just pop the sensor out. The rubber came off, but there's these brackets that also hold it in. So if you want to take the sensor out, you take this off and then the sensor can pop out easily. I guess they did that because this plastic is just so soft. But we'll take the sensor, well, I'll take the sensor out in a sec and put it onto the new one. So now I'll get the other side off. I'll pick that up in a sec. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put these here and then I'll grab my pot. And then same thing, but this side's actually even easier because it doesn't have a tow eye cover. That's out. That's out. That's there. And then one here. That's it. And then again, sensor bracket holding it in and remove the sensor itself. Easy as that. Okay, now we'll get the carbon one. I'll put the sensors in there and we'll clip it in. Now, I've got the new diffuser here and I will be clipping the sensors in. Oh, and the rubber got caught. That is probably the hardest part of fitting these diffusers. The rubbers on the sensors always get caught. Because when you do this, you have to sort of clip it in very, very... Oh, yeah, yes! One. Now this side. 2. Okay, they are in. So that is the same process on the CT design kit as well as this one. And on this car, we're also going to be changing the tips. So I will take the original ones off now before we continue. So I'll move these out of the way, take the tips off, clean up the surface, get this into place, and we are done with the diffuser and the tips. Before we continue with the diffuser, with the tips, I know people say to bang them off, but there are these, so this one I already pushed in, but there are these little pins here. So if you just push them, instead of just pushing or hitting, it comes off really easily, especially if it's a brand new car. So just push it, wiggle it, and it comes off. 2. So same here. Push it. You can probably use a tool. I just do it with my finger because I can feel where the clips are. There you go. If they do bend, you can bend them back if you are putting the tips on, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. So I'll put these to the side so the customer can take them with him. And then with the new ones, I'll bring them over. So all 4 of them are identical, so don't worry. And there is quite a lot of adjustment in terms of where you can put them and how far out. So depending on which diffuser you have, whether it's the CT design or whether it's the MP style. So you'll have quite a bit of, sorry, that won't go in there, I'm doing it wrong. So what happens when you talk and do things. Just like that. So that is the furthest they'll go in. So if we base it on the furthest, let's have a look how that compares to the diffuser. Just line it up gently. Look at that. So maybe we'll do that as the furthest, and this one and the end one slightly out. And then we can, or I can, adjust them from down here. So I'll fix this one into place before I put the diffuser on. And then this one, I will just adjust a little bit once everything's in place. So let's get the ball rolling with that. I'll leave that one on. This one, the same, so that'll be there. There we go, so just need to, boom, boom. So I'll tighten these two up, and then I'll just place that end one on. Need to make sure that that is at the highest point. And then, okay, so that tool, battery's dead. There she is, just a little tighten up now. That's it. Just make sure this one's tight. Okay, so those two are on and tight. Let's get these two in place. And plain sailing, full speed ahead. Okay, cool. Those are placed in, these are tight. Let's get the diffusers in. So, oh, these wires are short. Okay, that's in. So here, this is actually the most difficult, other than the sensors, on this corner, because you want that corner to clip in nice. And so, need to make sure all of these clip in, because very annoying if they don't. So I need to get my arm a little bit inside, because it doesn't quite want to clip in there. And because the carbon fibre is more rigid than the bumper, I need to push the bumper into the carbon fibre. Let's just drop this very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm just gonna gain some access there. Oh, I missed one out. And then it's gonna drop on my head. So, and then I can get right in here and I can push it all in nicely. That's it. Okay, so now that I've got it all clipped in under there, just checking all these little clips here, and then final thing, I'll have to tape like the side skirts, and that's stuck on. So now I'm gonna do the other side, clip everything in as well, and then I can get the under tray done and finish off both sides. Okay, so sensor, clip that in. Sometimes I wish these wires were longer. My hands don't quite fit. Clipped in, yes. Okay, so this goes like that. So, there you go. So this side actually went in a lot easier than the other side. Into the holes on the side. No reason for it. But just maybe the bumper was hot on that side, I don't know. But I'll just check it all underneath. Actually, still There we go, that's better. That's perfectly in there now. So it still needed a little bit of love, but it's all in. That's in, that's in, that's in. Awesome, I can get the under tray on. Actually, whilst the under tray is off, it will be even easier to tighten up this exhaust tip. So I'll get that done, under tray on, all the bolts up. So the virtually last thing on the diffuser is the tow eye cover. Just sticks. Ooh. There we go. That sticks on. So now, tips are on, diffuser's on, I can get that under tray on, and then I can do up all the bolts. Easy as that. This is probably, all in all, this is the most difficult thing because there's quite a few bits to remove, quite a few bits to put on. So that's probably, what, an hour's job to do the diffuser, which isn't bad compared to some other cars, but it is quite difficult. So now that that is all on, it's just a case of sliding this into place, which is quite easy, and screwing it all in, which is easy. Oh, almost tipped that. Let's get a couple of these in. Hold it in place. 1, 2. Oh, I missed. Went slightly wrong here. This is supposed to go above the carbon. So let's take that off. So I'll put this one in, although that's the diffuser, not the under tray. Let's put it in while I'm here. So just like the splitter, it is all original fixings. Nice and easy. Cool. There we go. That's all of these on. There are a couple of them that don't go back on because there's just like a place to screw it in here, but it's in the original diffuser, so you don't need it in the new one. So it just stay off. So that's it. Fairly easy. And look at the difference. Look at the difference. Night and day. Cool. So now it's just time to get it on the ground, see how the bottom half looks, and then do the spoiler and the mirrors. It's time to remove the spoiler, and just like with all of them, I'll use fishing wire. I'll use fishing wire, clean up the surface, and get the new one stuck on. There we go, in the zone now. Oh, look at that. Don't break, don't break. Almost one take. Let's put this down. Boom. So tiny. So pointless. Surely that doesn't add any downforce. Who am I to judge? Whoa. Okay. With a toffee wheel, I find that it actually works best when the speed is low. It just takes it off nicely. Sorry. Oh, cramp. Now, I'll get some tar and glue remover right here. Yeah, so some tar and glue. Nice, comes off easy peasy. I don't think we even need to polish this. It's a brand new car. Give it a degrease. Everything's come off easily. Maybe a little polish. Huh. Still got a bit of a mark. I'll go over it a little bit and then a little degrease. It's crazy that this is a brand new car, yet there's still a mark from the dirt that gets under the spoiler. I wonder how long they sit at port for. Microfiber. There we go. It's nice now. Perfect. Now, I have to apply tape to the spoiler. So usually our spoilers do come with tape pre-applied, but this is an early one, so we have to test fit and make sure we know which tape it needs, how thick, and stuff like that. So by the time some of you are using this video to learn how to fit one of these kits to your car, everything will be pre-applied. But this one has no tape. So in cases where there is no tape, we do provide tape in the boxes when you do order, so there's nothing to worry about. Cool, so let's run it up to this and test fit. See how she's looking. There you go, perfect. So this spoiler sits right on the edge, so if you were to feel it from the back end, you'll feel that it just sits on the edge, but very, very easy to fit. This is a 3 hours later. So we just place this on here. Like I said, it goes just on the edge here. I think I might have placed it exactly perfectly in the middle. So I'll peel this top layer. That was a good sound. And then the bottom one. There you go. Oh. On there, perfect. So the next thing is the final thing is the mirrors. So I'll take the glass out, just pop it to the top, take the glass out, take the mirror cover off, and we'll transfer the new one on. Oh. I'm always so worried about scratching with these. So use the cloth. I'll wrap that around the glass so I don't scratch anything, and I don't want to take it off. Now I'm going to need a trim tool to pop it off. One sec. So yeah, these are quite difficult mirrors to do, so I am just gonna put this masking tape here so I don't damage anything when I'm popping them off. Oh. There we go. Pop the first clips. Oh. That is not fun. And there is one more difficult to get to clip here. I'll show you that clip in a second. So nothing broken, all good. Just gonna unplug the indicator and show you exactly how it comes off. My fingers, I think, are too big. There we go. So yeah, if you look at this, there's these, that's the annoying clip there. And then there's a bunch of clips. So it clips over there, over this, over that. And that is what we're taking off here. So I'll take, oh, I don't want to take my cloth off, but I do want to take my masking tape off, so it doesn't get in the way of the brand new ones. But there we go. It sounds worse than it is, but it's not that difficult to take off. So now I'll just transfer the indicator over to the other one, which is a T10, I believe. And I'll show you how to put it on. So this is, what did I do? Picked up T8. But I do, yeah, it is a T10, but this also does the job. I did think this was a T10 when I picked it up though. Put that down. It's also clipped in. It's one clip. It's two. Pretty much the same job as the G80 mirrors. Oop. Boom. First one off. Don't want it doesn't damage. I did put the mirror somewhere safe, but that's the other side. See here. This is the other side. This is the correct side. So just be extra cautious, extra delicate here. Okay, now I've got that all clipped in. I will get these two T10s. Check that fits nicely the whole way around. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then plug in and clip in. Easy as that. Clip this in there, and bit of an awkward one because we have to go over this metal bit here that goes underneath, but at the same time has to go over. This job makes some horrible sounds. Okay, so attempt number 2. Got to slide it over. Oh, my hand lost a bit here. Slide it over that. Okay. Oh, yeah, that one's in. That one's in, and then if you look around here, you need to get. That's the difficult part there. Look at that. So it kind of needs to almost go over that, but without breaking. And I need to get a smaller trim tool. This is as difficult as it looks. A bit of masking tape. It's very difficult because it's like it has to slide in, has to pop in here, but it can't pop in there until it goes around this. But it won't go around that because it wants to pop in. Boom, just like that. It is on. Clip the glass back in. Nice and easy. Well, that was not easy. That is definitely one of the hardest mirrors I've ever fitted, but it looks amazing and fitment is bang on. So let's do the other side, but I think I'm going to do the other side without clipping the glass off because it's unnecessary if you're careful with your trim removal tools. So now it's just reversing the process, clip the indicator in, and I'm going to make it look easy this time. So clip it in from the bottom. Clip that awkward clip in, that's in, and then there we go. I actually made it look easy. So that's this kit all wrapped up. Just wanted to run through all the details. So with this splitter, this is the MP style, it comes in 2 pieces. With the CT design one, that comes in 1 piece. It's pretty much the same fitting process as the CT design one, but with this one we use all of the original fixings. With the CT design one, just because it's thicker carbon fiber, we use slightly longer screws, but again we use all of the original fixings. And then with the side, we did the mirrors. So the mirrors are clip on, clip off, clip on. I did have a bit of trouble taking them off because they make you sweat, but once you know how to do it, it is quite easy. Because they're so big and because they clip over, it's just a bit difficult. And with the side skirts, super easy. You just have to make sure that both sides are equal. You have to make sure that you stick them, prepare the surface. I guess for now, while these cars are brand new, it's a lot easier because you can just use the double-sided tape. But when these cars do get older, it's probably going to be a case of tiger sealing them on because there'll be some chips, some stone chips, and the paint won't be as smooth, so the tape wouldn't stick to it as well. But for now, the process is just use the double-sided tape pre-applied, stick them on. If you don't feel that is safe, you're always welcome to use an adhesive, something like Tiger Seal. Then with the diffuser, the tips just finish it off. Look at that. Because with the original tips, they just sit way too far in. And the diffuser, again, uses all the original clips. It leaves a couple of the bolts out because of the fact that it sits a lot lower, so there's just no need for them. And then obviously you kind of have to have the tips because they just sit so much better than the original ones. And the diffuser, again, clip off, clip on. Pretty much the same process as the CT design one, but the only difference of the CT design one is it is one single massive piece. So that's pretty much it. You do have to be aware of the fact that, like, where I took the under tray off, just because the plastic on the bumper is a lot softer than the carbon, so the carbon kind of like pushes it if it's struggling to get into the clip. But then you could just push from the inside, you push the bumper into the clips and it all sits perfect. Spoiler, just like any other spoiler, peel the double-sided tape, stick it on, and it's perfect. No movement. So if you like these products, interested in any G90 parts, give our team a call, give us an email at info@ctcarbon.co, and make sure to subscribe.
Breeze on my elbow, talk to the 6 deep. It's a fuck no, tucking in a bit. Look lean, look red, oh, lay it on thick. Look at me, look at that rose, look like grease. On my elbow, talk to the 6 deep. It's a fuck no, tucking in a bit. Look lean, look red, oh, lay it on thick. Look at me, look at that rose, look like that. Whole time I'm coasting, breaking the whip invoice. It was coded, I'm calling these nits invoice. It was